Hey team, how's it going? As you can see, my hair is a little bit wet. I just got out of the shower, had a bit of a later gym session than I would have liked to. And so it's already 8 o'clock, and so we're starting dinner a little late today. So because of that, I'm gonna make something really quick, really easy, but of course always delicious. So what do you get when you bought a 3-pound bag of carrots on sale a couple of weeks ago and a leftover jar of canned pumpkin from last Thanksgiving? You get carrot and pumpkin soup, obviously. And don't worry, I checked the expiration date on the pumpkin puree. I still had another month, so we're good. So carrot and pumpkin soup is super, super easy. We've got onions and garlic. We've got, obviously, our chopped up carrots, just peeled and chopped roughly. And then we've got a can of pumpkin puree. Make sure it's pumpkin puree and not pumpkin pie filling. Otherwise, your soup's gonna taste hella weird. So we're gonna start sauteing the onions and the garlic. Gets a little bit more depth of flavor. And then we'll add the carrots in. Give them a bit of a quick saute before we add in the chicken broth. And so we've added in our carrots, so giving those a quick saute as well. And just note that if you're using raw pumpkin instead of canned pumpkin, you would add it in here at this point as well, so that when you add in your chicken broth, it can soften up altogether. So I've added in the chicken broth, and this is also where we're gonna add in the spices. Now you could take this recipe all sorts of ways. If you want it to be a little bit more herbaceous, then you can use like an herb de Provence and a thyme and something to make it a little bit more fresh herby. If you want to have more of those fall spices, then you can add in, you know, the cinnamon and the nutmeg and some of that allspice. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in a bit more warmer spices. So I'm gonna add in some paprika, ginger, turmeric, and curry powder, just to get some of that underlying heat, and the carrots and the pumpkin will complement them really, really well. This already smells unbelievable, but we're gonna cover it and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. We don't have to add the pumpkin in at this point because it's already cooked down and finished. So after the carrots are done cooking, we can add it in after and make sure that we heat it another 2 to 3 minutes just to incorporate it. Otherwise, it's all set. If you guys could smell this. Amazing. So I gave the carrots a solid blending and added in the pumpkin in here. This is a good time also to have a taste and readjust your spices if necessary. I had to add a little bit more curry powder, but otherwise this is sensational. At this point, you could eat it totally as is because it's amazing, let's be real. But you could also, if you wanted to, you could add a little bit of coconut milk to give it a bit more velvetyness. You can add just some half and half cream to give it a bit more thickness. I'm actually gonna add a couple of tabs of butter just to give that a little bit more richness. And that's it. Have a good night, guys.